This is an interesting pick here. We don't have a lot of time here because it was overlapping videos there. I'm gonna go ahead and take Supreme Verdict, even though there's a lot of good cards right there. Ooh, I like Shelldock Isle. Probably just better than everything here. We don't have anything to go with Ranger, and this card's pretty solid. Yeah, that's fine. Remand is good, Mishra's Factory is good, DOJ is solid. I kind of like taking the DOJ. I mean, Remand is an okay card, but it's definitely not as powerful as the DOJ, and if we just want to be playing like straight control, then I think the DOJ is just going to do more for us. Definitely a more powerful card. This card's cool, and this card's cool too, but we don't really have any synergy with the mode. I mean, we can't wheel anything out of this pack, but... Okay. I do... Curse Scroll is a very good card, but I don't think I'm going to take it. I think I'm just going to take this Misty Rainforest. It gets our Tundra, and it also gets these two if we decide at any point. The Tropic Island, the Volcanic Island, if we want to play them at any point. I think I like where this deck is going. Hallowed Fountain, Enlightened Tutor. What can we get with that? Not a ton of good stuff, but Enlightened Tutor is one of those cards where whenever I pass it, I always see something later. I'm like, oh shit, I wish I had taken Enlightened Tutor, because you can get like Treachery or something. At the same time, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Fixing. I'd like to have two blue-white lands because we have a lot of double white here with the DOJ, the Supreme Verdict, and the Gideon. So if you were a greedy player, I would take Enlightened Tutor, and if you were going on a more consistent route, I would take the Hallowed Fountain, which is what we're doing here. And we did wheel that Geist Saint Trap, so it looks like blue-white is very open. Oh, we also wheeled Careful Consideration. I mean, it's obvious that blue is open here, but yeah, Geist is good. Geist is good. Wow. Well, we're just going to hate draft Living Death here. I mean, if no one's taken it yet, then no one needs it, but yeah, I'm not giving that to somebody. Living Death is definitely one of the most powerful cards in Cube. If you watch the online, wow, we wheeled Mana Leak and Tanglewire? It's awesome. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this Mana Leak. I love Tanglewire, but our deck seems like it'll utilize this Mana Leak a little better. Living Death, going back to that, is... I mean, if you go back and watch the first Power Cube that I posted, you'll see how I use Living Death. It's pretty insane. I just use Survival of the Fittest to put all my creatures in the graveyard and then just bring them all back into play. Not an exciting pick. Actually, I might just want to... Willbender's fine, but if we do go up against combo, Canonist is... I don't think we're going to face combo. Okay. Well, there... How is that a last pick? No way. Okay, so I'm going to hide Willbender and I'm going to hide Grand Arbiter. This is pretty easy call. I think the Venzer here is going to wheel. I'd rather have the Phyrexian Revoker over the Venzer, but I'm not going to not take a draw 3 for one spell. We could even Mystical Tutor for that. Intuition, not so good. If you notice when I'm drafting, I like to keep my deck really clean. Like if I were to show everything here, there'd be a lot of cards. Like even the Living Death, like I just don't need to have that there. And even like Willbender, I like to hide cards. I keep in the back of my mind that I have them, but if they're not going to be relevant or I don't really want to play those cards, if I'd rather just have something better in those slots, then I just get rid of them so I can see more of the core of my deck as opposed to being kind of flooded with a bunch of shitty cards on my screen. Oh wow, Time Walk. Oh no, this is so hard. That's what she said. I'm gonna take Library. Time Walk is awesome, but Library is better. And yeah, that's not a very tough pick for me. I don't pass Time Walk very often, especially when I'm a mono blue deck, but Library... Actually, I don't know if it was my brother I was talking about that the other day with, about cards you take over Library of Alexandria, but I could not think of any. This is fine. There's nothing else here for us, so... I like Memory Lapse. It's a decent counterspell. I'm going to go ahead and hide this Tropical Island, the Volcanic Island. I'm also going to hide the... well, let's see really quick. Cryptic. Cryptic seems right up our alley. I'm also going to hide the Emrakul because I don't think we have any synergies with that right now. It's a solid deck so far. Is there anything else we want in this pack? The Disc is good. Into the Royal's fine. This card's not bad. So we have 26 cards minus the 5 lands. That's 21 cards that I'm fine with playing. There's a few cards in here I would be okay with cutting if we could pick up like 4 more playables. We could cut one of the like Memory Lapse. We could cut. The Oust isn't like... Oust is fine, don't get me wrong, but it's not like... It's not Swords to Plowshare or Path to Exile, that's for sure. Okay. Interesting. Well, I like tinkering into Blightsteel Colossus. That seems pretty good. Seems better than the Inkwell. I like the Scroll Rack in our deck now, too, because if we have one of these 2 cards in our hand and we want to put it in the library, we can just Scroll Rack it into our library. I really like Moldrifter just in our deck in general, but I'd have a hard time passing up this Blightsteel Colossus just as another target for our Tinker. Do we have a way of giving it haste? Wasn't there a Lightning Greaves going around? I think there was. I don't remember. I'm going to take Blightsteel. I wouldn't disagree with someone for taking the Moldrifter, but I like playing unfair cards. Okay, Precursor. You know, I've never gotten a chance to play with this card. It seems like more of a combo card than anything. There's not really anything we want here. We could just hate draft something. Is this even... It's not playable, is it, in our deck? Now, I'll just take Breeding Pool. If we do find something green late that we want, I don't know. We have... Remember, we have the, not Volcanic Island, but the other one. Tropical Island, yeah. Snapcaster Ancestral Recall seems right up my alley when it comes to Magic, so let's take a Snapcaster. So we actually, Show and Tell did come up. Okay, yeah, I mean... Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and take this Show and Tell. I don't know, I mean, that seems fine. The Pristine Talisman is fine too, but we're not really trying to ramp into anything, we're just trying to do unfair things, and Show and Tell is unfair. So there's the Lightning Greaves, which I really like with the Blightsteel Colossus, but Phyrexian Revoker is still in this pack, so I have a hard time... I mean, Lightning Greaves is great and all, but it doesn't really synergize very well with anything besides the Blightsteel. I'm just hiding these lands to see how many playables we have. We cut the Oust. I'd play Phyrexian Revoker over Oust. Yeah, we'll play Phyrexian Revoker. That seems fine. I mean, if we Show and Tell one of these 2 into play,